have condemned these attacks. The Pakistani claims of now responding to India's strikes of the 7th of May. As I said right at the outset, it is India which is responding. The original escalation was by Pakistan on the 22nd of April. We are the ones who are responding to that escalation with the action that was taken yesterday morning. And again, I would like to emphasize that the action was restrained. It was directed towards non-civilian, non-military targets and confined to terrorist camps. And again, as we have been saying since yesterday, any further action by Pakistan, some of which we are seeing today, is nothing but escalation by Pakistan now once again, and will be responded to and is being responded to appropriately. One point that I wanted to also address was the allegations to the targeting of a dam, the Neelam Jhelum project in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. I want to say that this is an absolute and complete fabrication and a blatant lie. India has targeted only terrorist infrastructure, and the details of that terrorist infrastructure, together with the locations, were shared with you yesterday by Colonel Qureshi and Wing Commander Singh. I should note that if this kind of a claim is a pretext for targeting Indian infrastructure of a similar nature, Pakistan will be entirely responsible for the consequences that will undoubtedly follow. Finally, I want to address some issues that have been raised related to the Indus Waters Treaty and the disinformation that has been raised in regard to that as well. The fact is that there have been fundamental changes in the circumstances in which the Indus Waters Treaty was concluded, and they call for a reassessment of the obligations under the treaty. Over the last year and a half to 2 years, India has been in communication with the government of Pakistan. We've sent several notices to them requesting for negotiations to discuss modification of the treaty. India has for 6+ decades now honored the treaty, even during periods when Pakistan imposed multiple wars on us, and even when relations were adversarial. Pakistan is the one that has been acting in violation of the treaty, deliberately creating legal roadblocks in India exercising its legitimate rights on the Western rivers. Any projects that India sought to build on the eastern rivers and even on the western rivers, which we are allowed to by the treaty, were always challenged by Pakistan, thereby hampering our rights to utilize our legitimate waters under the treaty. In fact, if you see, the preamble of the treaty itself states that the treaty was concluded in a spirit of goodwill and friendship. Mark those words, concluded in a spirit of goodwill and friendship.
by Motorola. Pakistan attacks on Jammu Pathankot and Udhampur foil. India shoots down Pak 3 fighter plane. US statement, can't ask India Pak to lay down arms.
Coming in, India's Akash surface-to-air missile defense shield has actually proven to be the nemesis of Pakistani assault. The information that's just coming in, the Akash surface-to-air missile have proven to be very effective against the incoming Pakistani aircraft threat. In the past 2 days, the entire Punjab and Jammu sector have been using this Akash missile shield, and they are the ones who've taken down the Pakistani JF-17s in the Pathankot sector. More units of Akash are now being deployed. This is rapid deployment of the Akash surface-to-air missiles. Now, I must tell you, India's integrated missile defense program, which was started in the 1980s, the Agni, Prithvi, Akash, Nag, Trishul. Not every missile was initially successful. Prithvi, short-range surface-to-surface missile, about 150 kilometers. That was seen as one of the success stories initially. So Prithvi, Agni, which is one of India's most successful missile defense, missile shields and missile attack missiles of various ranges. It's done extremely well. It's the faith that the Air Force and the government placed in the Akash missile, because often over the past decades there was an attempt to show that Akash wasn't very successful, but then both the Air Force and the government stayed with the Akash missile. Akash, as the name suggests, is something to protect your skies, and Akash medium-range surface-to-air missile, it shot down the JF-17s in Pathankot. It's done extremely well. So Prithvi, Agni, Akash, Nag, Trishul. These were the first 5 as part of India's integrated missile defense program, and then Akash is now proving its mettle. Let me also tell you that there is network-centric integration that has taken place, because you have radars on the ground, you have your AWACS in the sky, and AWACS is in a way like your eye in the sky. It's a very large aircraft which has radars and sensors that is scanning the enemy territory, and since it's at 35,000 feet altitude, it can scan a wide area. There is no obstruction. It cannot be jammed, and it's for 500, 600 kilometers. It's targeting, it's looking at 400, 500 multiple targets, and then directing a fire, whether from your fighter jet or from your surface-to-air missiles. But I quickly want to cut across and bring in India Today's Shivani Sharma, who joins us with the latest on the story. Tell us more about Akash success story, because if the Akash truly, it's truly a remarkable feat, taking down an incoming Pakistani JF-17 Thunder, and apparently not one, but 2. Shivani, bring us details.
Gaurav, Akash is the indigenous shield for India, and this is a fully integrated to the defensive posture. While it has been developed by the DRDO, as we all know, the Akash system plays a central role in India's air defense umbrella. We know that we activated multiple such defense systems, and Akash was one of them. And this is a missile which has actually thwarted most all of the drones that were coming in India's way. It has advanced capability. It can also neutralize, Gaurav, the threats like the enemy fighter aircraft, the UAVs, helicopters, even the cruise missiles. So that is the capability of Akash missile systems, and it has a strategic role. If we talk about its speed, it has a Mach 2.5 to 3.5, that is 4,200 kilometers per hour kind of speed, and Gaurav, it has the operational range is up to 25 kilometers, so it can engage targets at an altitude of up to 18 to 20 kilometers. So this has a very important and strategic role in what we are witnessing last since 2 days when all these drones are coming India's way and these Akash missiles, besides all the other air defense systems, have been neutralizing these threats. And it also uses a command guidance, Gaurav, which is a digital system. That is the beauty of this kind of air defense system that India possesses. And each missile is capable of carrying a 60 kg warhead. That can be either conventional or it can also be...
You know what's extremely significant in this point, Shivani? The manner in which the Akash battery works, and Akash NG, we're also talking about the extended range. Look at the trust. When you trust your scientists, when you trust your Air Force, when they work together, they produce a missile defense system that will work. And we require everything to protect our skies and our space, from any incoming threat. That incoming threat could be a rocket. That incoming threat could be a missile or an aircraft like the JF-17 Thunders. The Akash system, it can look at 64 targets simultaneously. It can engage 17 targets simultaneously and more. It has a short range and a medium range. So, it's an LR-SAM, SR-SAM short range surface-to-air missile and an MR-SAM, a medium range surface-to-air missile, depending on the version that you're using, Shivani. So, it can take down a threat which is about 5 to 25 kilometers. It can take down a threat that may be 50 to 80 kilometers. And that's huge, the capabilities that you working on, and you keep working on it, you keep refining it. One day we'll have because it's indigenous, we can have so much more to protect our skies.
Gaurav, this is the trust factor and the confidence that comes with the indigenous systems. And here, when we talk of Akash, we have the most advanced versions, but also at the same time, when we have these systems, DRDO keeps on working on enhancing the range and enhancing the capabilities. But what we are getting to the sources that we are working on an extended range of up to 70 kilometers also. But here, when Akash has been used here for the air defense shield as a air defense shield in the skies of the western border, Gaurav, it has beautifully and specifically neutralized all those threats that were coming, the aerial threats as per its capability. So Akash is the shield of the skies here, where we are reporting from, also in the Jammu region, in Srinagar area, also in Punjab. So all these places, Akash missile systems, the air defense systems, the absolute protection for India has come with the confidence of Atmanirbharta and self-reliance. Gaurav.
Okay, big story that's going to come in just a moment. We want our viewers to know that we are verifying every bit of information before we are in a position to give it out. There's a lot of information that's coming in through our sources, but right now I will for a moment stay on the Akash unit that's being deployed. And when the Akash system is deployed, Shivani, for the benefit of our viewers, give us details of how the entire air defense shield is being integrated. So whether you have your S-400 systems, whether you have your Akash systems, or whether you have the point defense system that you're using. But give me a moment as I get to that story. There's more breaking news coming in. There's been a drone attack on a Pakistani cantonment in Pakistan's Punjab province. This is a drone attack on the Okara cantonment in Pakistan's Punjab province. Now, this is situated very, very close to Okara city. This is on the GT road, on the Grand Trunk road, and Okara has been targeted. A big story that is coming in, and those are images that we are also showing you of multiple drone attacks. Punitive drone attacks, not escalation, but retaliation. Because if Pakistan is attempting to target our military bases, our airports, our civilian infrastructure, there will be punitive strikes that will be carried out. And there, if you notice on those images, there's an ambulance on standby, there's a fire brigade on standby, but they're not being permitted to enter those locations. And I want to once again bring in Shivani Sharma for more on this. Shivani, bring us details of the drone strikes that are taking place. So military installations are now being targeted beyond terror training camps, launch pads and headquarters, and of course the punitive strikes that had been carried out at Lahore's missile defense shield.
Gaurav, this is a drone attack that has been carried out in Pakistan near the Okara Camp area, and this has happened in the morning. That's what we are picking from the sources. But we are waiting.